I never thought a simple lab experiment could completely upend my sense of self. Yet here I was, staring at my reflection in disbelief, trying to make sense of what had just happened. The mirror reflected someone I barely recognized, soft features, delicate curves, long hair cascading over my shoulders, and yet it was unmistakably me. And for the first time, I realized that science could be terrifyingly personal. It all started innocently enough. Our psychology professor was running a study on attraction, gender dynamics, and behavioral responses. I had volunteered, mostly out of curiosity and the extra credit, never imagining it would end like this. The assignment was simple. Pairs of students would simulate romantic interactions in controlled conditions, holding hands, leaning close, and, at one point, kissing. The twist? A new hormone compound we were testing, designed to subtly enhance emotional empathy and physical responsiveness. It was experimental, safe, or so we were told. I was partnered with Jenna, one of the most confident, playful students in class. She grinned at me, the way she always did, and whispered, "Ready for science, or terrified?" "Both," I muttered, my stomach tightening in anticipation. The experiment began as expected, holding hands, mirroring gestures, leaning closer. My heart raced, my pulse accelerated, and I could feel a strange warmth spreading through my body. But then came the final stage, the kiss. I leaned in, nervously, lips brushing hers. And then, everything changed. I blinked. Twice. 3 times. And stared. My hands felt different, slimmer, softer. My frame was narrower, more delicate. My clothes felt awkward, unfamiliar against my body. And then I looked at my reflection in a small mirror placed nearby for observation, and my breath caught. "That's not me." Jenna looked at me, equally confused, a mix of shock and curiosity on her face. Are you okay?" she asked, her voice hovering between concern and disbelief. I think I'm the girl." I stammered, words barely forming. My voice sounded higher, lighter, more melodic than ever before. I touched my face, my cheeks soft and warm, my lips full. Every instinct screamed that something impossible had happened. The professor hurried over, clipboard in hand, eyes wide. "Interesting, very interesting," he muttered, scribbling notes. "It seems the compound had an unexpected effect on your physiology. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating." I sank onto the nearest chair, trembling, heart racing. "Unexpected?" I echoed. "You mean, I'm stuck like this?" No, this is temporary," the professor reassured, though his tone suggested he was as fascinated as he was concerned. "It should wear off, but, take notes. Experience it. Explore your responses. This is valuable data." Valuable data. I felt my stomach twist. Valuable data? I was standing, trembling, in a body that wasn't entirely mine, and now science wanted me to live in it. Returning home was surreal. Every step felt alien, the way my hips moved, the way my arms swung, the soft sway of my hair brushing my shoulders. Emily, my roommate, met me at the door. Her eyes widened, then she laughed softly, covering her mouth. "Oh my, wow," she whispered. This is insane." "I know." I cried, collapsing onto my bed. I kissed her, and now I'm this. I don't even recognize myself. Emily knelt beside me, inspecting carefully. "Look, it's weird, yes. But also, kind of amazing. You're like a real-life transformation story." I groaned, burying my face in my hands. I feel embarrassed, exposed, and also, strangely, excited. Emily laughed. "That's normal. You're experiencing something new, something thrilling. Just, explore it. Feel it. Don't fight it, at least for now." And so, cautiously, I began. The first days were the hardest. Every mirror was a confrontation with myself. Every reflection reminded me of how much had changed. My delicate fingers, my softer jawline, the sway of my hips, the flutter of eyelashes. Even my voice, when I spoke aloud, startled me with its gentle, melodic tone. Going out was terrifying. I had to run errands in this body, and every glance from strangers felt magnified, every smile or smirk amplified my insecurities. People are staring, I muttered to Emily one afternoon, heart racing as we walked down a crowded street. They are noticing, yes, Emily said calmly. But not with judgment. You're exploring, you're confident, and that shows. Own it. I tried. Slowly. A coffee shop became a small adventure. I learned to cross my legs delicately, adjust my posture, soften my voice, and smile with gentle charm. Each interaction, terrifying at first, began to feel empowering. Even my own thoughts surprised me. I'm beautiful. I feel confident. I could get used to this. Secret exploration became routine. Alone in my apartment, I experimented with clothes, makeup, hairstyling. I tried everything Jenna suggested: soft dresses, skirts, delicate blouses. I practiced voice modulation, small gestures, playful glances. I marveled at my reflection as I twirled in front of the mirror, feeling a mix of embarrassment and exhilaration. Every discovery, however small, was electric. The way my hair fell over my shoulders, the curve of my waist, the tilt of my head, each detail felt intimate and thrilling. I even experimented with makeup techniques: subtle blush, light eyeshadow, soft lipstick, learning to highlight features I hadn't noticed before. The thrill wasn't just in appearance, it was in inhabiting this new persona fully, feeling the sway of my body, the lightness in my voice, the confidence that began to seep in. I realized that curiosity could be intoxicating, and vulnerability could be liberating. Encouraged by Emily, I ventured into public spaces: parks, cafes, small social gatherings. Each outing was an experiment in courage. Strangers' glances, compliments, and simple smiles became affirmations. The fluttering of my heart, the nervous energy, the quiet thrill of being noticed, it was a heady mix I hadn't expected. Jenna, ever supportive, continued to guide me. "You're learning fast," she said during a weekend trip to a busy bookstore. "Notice how comfortable you're becoming in this body, in this role. You're discovering confidence, not just appearance." I nodded, flushed and excited. I never thought I could feel this alive. Exposed, yes, but alive. It was true. With each outing, each small victory, the fear diminished slightly. Confidence grew, subtle but undeniable. I was learning to blend excitement with poise, curiosity with grace. Then came the first real confrontation, a casual dinner with friends. One friend noticed the subtle differences: posture, voice, gestures, and asked directly. Panic surged. My heart raced. I had to choose: retreat, deny, hide, or embrace this identity fully. Yes, I admitted, voice steady. "This is me right now. I've been exploring a different side of myself, and I'm proud of it." Silence. Then laughter, genuine and warm. "I respect that." "Truly," they said. Relief, pride, and exhilaration washed over me. I had faced judgment, and survived. Not just survived, but thrived. It was then I realized, transformation wasn't just physical. It was courage, authenticity, and self-acceptance. The thrill, the fear, the exhilaration, it was all part of discovering who I could be. Months passed, and I became comfortable navigating both worlds: my original self, and this new, empowered persona. Public outings, social events, even casual interactions became opportunities to explore confidence, expression, and identity. Compliments, smiles, and self-reflection reinforced that I could exist fully and authentically. Emily and Jenna were constant guides, supporting me as I explored nuances of voice, body language, posture, and social dynamics. Each small success, holding a conversation, laughing freely, walking through crowds, reinforced that courage wasn't absence of fear, but action in spite of it. The ultimate confrontation came unexpectedly. A close colleague walked into my apartment unannounced. Recognition hit immediately. My heart pounded. But I had grown. I stood tall, voice calm, posture poised. "Yes," I said, meeting their gaze. "It's me. And I've discovered a side of myself I'm proud of." They smiled, nodding. I respect that. Truly. And I did. I respected myself. I had faced vulnerability, judgment, and the unknown, and emerged confident, empowered, and authentic. Now, when I look in the mirror, I see fear, thrill, vulnerability, and strength all intertwined. I am no longer merely who I was. I am braver, freer, and unapologetically me. Science may have forced the transformation, but the journey, the courage, the exploration, the self-discovery, was entirely mine. Every choice, every expression, every moment of fear and exhilaration has shaped me. I have learned that true transformation isn't about what others see. It's about daring to see yourself fully, embracing vulnerability, and claiming authenticity without apology. And for the first time, I can say with certainty, I am free. After the first few days of processing the transformation, I realized the real challenge wasn't the physical change, it was the social one. Every time I stepped outside, the world felt different. My reflection in store windows caught my attention constantly. Was it me, or this new persona? Strangers' glances, sometimes curious, sometimes lingering, made my heart race. Every smile, every whisper I caught felt amplified 100 times. Emily noticed my hesitation immediately. "You're tense," she said gently as we walked down a crowded street. "Look at you. People aren't judging, they are noticing. And that's okay. You're learning to exist in a way you never have before." I exhaled slowly, trying to absorb her words. She was right. This was a test of courage, not just vanity. I had to practice moving naturally in this body. My hips swayed differently, my hands rested softly, my voice floated in a new, melodic register. Each step felt like a small victory. By the end of the week, Emily suggested we push the boundaries further. "We'll go to the cafe downtown," she said, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "It's crowded, public. It'll be a good test." I panicked at first. Crowded? Public? Everyone will see me like this. But something inside me urged, "You can do this." The cafe was bustling, full of people chatting, baristas calling out orders, the aroma of coffee mingling with pastries. I clutched Emily's hand as we entered. My heart pounded, every nerve alight. People noticed me. Their glances felt like gentle waves, soft, curious, not judgmental. I practiced small smiles, subtle gestures, and slowly felt my confidence grow. When the barista complimented me, "Love your dress, by the way," I froze for a second, then smiled warmly. A small thrill coursed through me. I can exist in this persona. I can thrive. Emily squeezed my hand. "See? You're learning fast." And I was. Secret exploration became a daily ritual. Alone in my apartment, I experimented with hair, makeup, clothing. I tried dresses, skirts, and delicate blouses, each outfit teaching me something new about movement, posture, and self-perception. Makeup became an art. I learned to contour, highlight, blush, and emphasize my features subtly yet effectively. Every moment in front of the mirror was intimate and thrilling. I would swirl slowly, feeling the fabric hug my new curves, adjusting hair and makeup meticulously. This is fun. Exhilarating. But also terrifying. Encouraged, I ventured further into public outings, parks, small social events, even bookstores. Each interaction pushed boundaries, teaching me resilience and poise. Compliments, smiles, and fleeting eye contact reinforced my growing confidence. Jenna continued to mentor me subtly, reminding me to notice gestures, tone of voice, and body language. "Confidence isn't just how you look, it's how you move through the world," she said one afternoon as we walked through a sunlit park. I nodded, feeling an unfamiliar warmth. "I feel alive," I admitted. "Exposed, yes, but alive." Weeks later, a more personal confrontation occurred. A close friend who knew me before the experiment noticed subtle changes. My voice, posture, demeanor, and asked directly. Panic surged in my chest. Do I hide? Deny? Retreat? I took a deep breath, remembering every small victory, every moment of courage I had accumulated. "Yes," I said firmly. "This is me right now. I've discovered a side of myself I'm proud of, and I want to embrace it." The silence that followed felt like an eternity. Then, slowly, a smile spread across my friend's face. I respect that. Truly. Relief and pride flooded me. I had faced judgment, not only survived it, but claimed my authenticity fully. This was the turning point. Transformation was more than physical. It was courage, vulnerability, and self-acceptance. Months passed, And I became adept at navigating both worlds, my original self and this new empowered persona. Public outings, social events, casual interactions, they all became chances to practice, refine, and celebrate confidence. Compliments, smiles, and fleeting glances reinforced the lessons I had learned. Authenticity isn't about others' perceptions, it's about embracing oneself. Emily and Jenna remained guiding lights, helping me navigate voice, posture, and expression. Every small success, holding conversation, laughing freely, walking through crowds, reaffirmed my strength. The final confrontation came unexpectedly. A colleague, unaware of the transformation, walked in on me fully dressed. Recognition hit instantly. My pulse raced. But instead of panic, I felt steadiness. "Yes," I said calmly, meeting their gaze. "It's me. And I've embraced this side of myself. I'm proud of it." They smiled, nodding. "I respect that. Truly." And I did. I respected myself. I had faced fear, vulnerability, and exposure, and emerged confident, empowered, and authentic. Now, when I look in the mirror, I see fear, excitement, vulnerability, and strength intertwined. Science may have forced the transformation, but the journey, courage, exploration, and self-discovery was entirely mine. Every outfit, every gesture, every public outing is a testament to bravery. True transformation isn't about what others see, it's about daring to see yourself fully, embracing vulnerability, and claiming authenticity. For the first time, I can say without hesitation, I am free.